So nice.
Yes.
I don't know why that made me laugh, Doug. Dude, hello. Actually, let me get a different keyboard so when we take this apart, I still have something to type on. I didn't even think that through. One moment. So nice. I'll just use the 265 for today. Jishi, thank you so much for the tier 1. I'm sorry, way too lucky. So nice. I have to stream.
Let's go.
Wobbly, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Wobbly, am I not doing your Lily soon, right? I think so. First time watching? What's up, though? How you doing, Leaf? Do you see my DMs? I have not really been active on Discord all
baby.
The last, day, so probably not, other than just doing some work. A morning Alex stream. Have I ever streamed at 10 a.m.? I don't think I ever have. Honestly, I don't even know how I look right now. I didn't even think to check. Oh well, we'll see. I don't know. Morning stream, gotta go on a run though? Dude, Toby, get that exercise in, dude. Why is this stream so early? I'm on the toilet, man. Ooh, the 10 a.m. toilet run? Bro, I feel that. I feel that, dude. Question, if I redeem swap keyboards for the stream and choose the Rama Piss, I'm not going to build it right now. That's a lot of commitment, and I have nothing ready. I can't do that, Anna. I'm sorry. No, we're doing a nice early morning stream. I promised you guys a stream this early in the morning because I wanted to do more than one build for the Keycult Zero. But we'll also do our other stream later tonight, which is the board from Kibu. So we'll do that later tonight. But yeah, honestly, I don't expect me to get much done in between today. I think I have to do a bit of work. I might actually relax in between streams because I feel like I might be extremely burnt out by the time that comes through. So, but yeah, we're gonna be doing the Keycult Zero. We're gonna be taking apart. Well, not really taking apart this one. We're gonna be building a fresh one, in a way. So, Relaxatos, a little bit, dude. All right, let's share face cam here. Okay, my hair's not that bad. Hello, Mr. Odos. How you doing, guys? What's up? 10 a.m. stream. I don't think, like I said, I don't think I've ever done something this early, so. Could use some prayers for our oldest kiddo this morning. Spent the night in the hospital for a 5-day fever and low glucose. Lego. Dude, seriously, I have all the wishes in the world for you and faith in the world for you, Lego. Hopefully, they can get over that. All right? If you need anything, Lego, DM me, okay? Hey, Alex, have you ever tried the unlubed Cherry MX Black Spy Gion? So, funny that you mentioned that. I just ordered bulk from the bulk 451 from Gion. I'm not going to use them unlubed. I'm going to lube them. So, I don't know if that was your question. I don't think cherry switches sound very good on lubed. I think they sound like ass. They're probably the worst out of all the switches for me anyways. So I'm gonna lube them. I'm not leaving that to chance. Overstimmy. Hello, good morning. Stoked to catch a stream. Stoked to have you here. Unlubed MX2A good though? Preference. Let's chalk it up to preference. Hereditary, thank you so much for a prime. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for being so kind. I really appreciate it, guys. Alex got everyone tripping with this early stream. You Do you guys like this? The 10 a.m.? Is this good? Stock MX2 oranges weren't horrible. Lubing helped a lot. Okay, it's a preference thing. Let's just chalk it up to that, please. Also, there was I gotta say this, not you guys. There was someone who I guess joined around like 10 o'clock yesterday to get help with their keyboard, but then that ended up getting upset with people. I don't know how these people operate, bro. Like I don't understand how people, because like they didn't get the help that they wanted. They wanted someone to like basically hold their hand, which was actually crazy, dude. Probably a young teenager, like most likely, but like Jesus, bro, crazy, absolutely crazy. I have not seen someone not crash out over keyboard help, but basically just like lose their fucking sanity and take it out on everyone else over a keyboard help in a hot minute. So that was different to see. That was something, dude. How come all the funny shit happens when I'm out? And you just need to just scour keyboard help, I guess. Chat, what is the Keycult Zero? We'll be taking a look. We already built one. We built one, and I've actually been using the cork. I ended up swapping back to the cork for a bit. This is the Keycult Zero. We built one already. We're going to be doing another one, in case you guys are interested. This is... I put sponsored because I don't know what to call it, but just so everyone's aware, and I'm going to make it super clear because I think transparency is really important. I work for Novel Keys. That didn't stop me from giving criticism to the Zero. The first time we built it was 2 days ago. But just so everyone's aware, in case you guys are like, whatever, consider this more of a showcase, if anything, just to see how things sound. We really liked the way this one sounded. I think we ended up liking the aluminum bottom the most. And we did a plateless build, which I don't think Mike had ever tried, so that was really cool. And then today we're going to be doing the aluminum build. Oh, my stomach just growled, even though I'm not hungry, I promise. We talked a bit more about the specs of the board the other day, so if you guys want to go look at that one there to kind of see some of my initial reactions and stuff, you can. But it sounds really good. Really, really liked this. I'll show you guys a little quick sound test off, or on the desk pad rather. Yolkzy, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate that. And then with the aluminum bottom, I personally preferred it. So let me just show you guys the alu bottom again. How are you finding the Venom 60HE? I have not actually used the Venom 60HE at all. Although I have some plans to do some testing with that. Oh yeah, here, I'll show you the backside really quick. This is how the cork bottom looks. Honestly, it's really pretty. The cork bottom is really, really, really nice. I very much like this. It is charming in a lot of ways. This is the OP one, yes. It's the 4K. I've been really enjoying it. Don't love the plastic shell. It picks up a lot of hand oil, but really enjoying the mouse. No, I was using the cork. 2 reasons why I was using the cork. Mainly because I was lazy and didn't feel like disassembling this entire thing. But here's how it sounds with the aluminum. You do have to screw the aluminum in. I'm just not doing that to show you guys what it sounds like. So Keycult designed them. NK is vendoring, manufacturing, and handling customer support. And then Yonkar designed the PCBs. So I think the cork... You like the cork more? Interesting. I actually do like the aluminum more, but just for the sake of having this built and not having to unscrew it all, I'm just going to leave the cork in. But it's a charming little board. Price point, I'd say, is fair for what you're getting here. It's not the cheapest, most value-oriented board in the world, but if you want something with like the Keycult namesake, I think a really cool-looking design. I think the price point varies. Obviously, I think it's like, what, $195 I said to... or $185 or something like that to like $200. I don't remember the exact prices now for like the variants for what you can get. But the one that we built, this one here, was $220, I believe. So I believe this was the $220 model. But yeah, let's just jump into the aluminum one. We're going to be building with an aluminum plate and the aluminum top frame, and then we can pick accents and stuff. But I'm hear me out. I'm actually more excited for this one. The polycarb's really cool and everything, but I have a feeling this will sound better. Even though that already sounds really good. I have a feeling just the metal will reflect some nicer sounds. So we'll see. I want to do metal and cork. But I guess let me just grab all the pieces for this. Just excuse me, I've been kind of scrambling all morning to get things ready and stuff, so I don't have everything ready. So just bear with me and chill out. We'll get everything ready here while I find all the pieces. No, we're going to do milky yellows today. My order was 302 with stabs and aluminum classic TKL plate. Honestly, that's not bad. Do I have any more coffee? Damn, I'm out. Cork keyboard? Yeah, here. You know what? I'll leave this in the middle too so you guys can look while I look for the PCB. Did I leave that inside the box? I think I did. 1 second. Let me grab all the parts. Yeah, I think the hot swap PCB is still in the box here. I'm going to move all these parts on the floor because my desk is limited for space. I haven't had a chance to clean up from yesterday. Those new switches that just came out, the milky yellows, these are brand new. No one's ever used these before. Best switches. They're brand new. Last time we used mystery switches, which I think turned out really good with the mystery switches. But this time we're going to be using a... Uh-oh, I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. I forgot there's things in here. This time we're going to be using a non-mystery switch. A non-mystery one that I hand-lubed. So springs kind of vary depending on what you want, Gantus. I personally really like 55 gram springs, or 53.5 is my other favorite, so it really just depends on what you're looking for. Mystery switch with milky beige. Here, I'll give you guys a close-up of what the mystery switch looked like again. This is the mystery switch. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Unsolved mystery. It's not Key Geek. Okay, is that good? Bring back the nipple switch. Oh, that looks like the oolong color. Kale. I can't tell you guys what it is. Pester Mike. Okay. Is that great? It's like a stone kind of like beige color. We need answers. I can't tell you guys though, man. Alex, would that maybe be the switch that Mr. Mike said he intended to be a replacement for a good go-to topple cherry? I think they're really good. But it's, in my opinion, cherry definitely has the natural scratch. Like, if you're looking for a scratchy switch, I think cherry still has the scratch to it. I'm not going to talk too much about, what I feel about this. We'll talk about it later, but, I mean, as you guys saw, I use the stock lubed, factory lubed versions in the board, and they're really smooth. They're also really full sounding, and they're really high quality, so... Yeah, if you want a scratchy switch, I'm still going to wholeheartedly recommend just going with cherry. But not everyone likes scratchy switches, just as a little throwing that out there type thing. It's hit and miss. People like them, people don't like them. Very hit and miss. What's the top board? Keycult 265, but I'm missing a keycap. Well, actually, I think I'm missing 2 keycaps for this. I don't know what happened to my CRP. I think this is a CRP Tulip or Peacock. And I don't know what happened to one of my keys. We'll use cherry this time here for today. Dude, CRP goes... It sounds actually pretty good on this board, too, which I'm not surprised per se, but, it was pleasant to type on these. Wait, the switches actually say Alexotos? I don't know, did they? I can't tell you guys what it says in the top. You're allowed to not like cherry. You're wrong, but it's allowed. True. All right. Did I drop anything else? I don't think I did. Backward. I think I dropped a foot. I think, yeah. I think, unfortunately, I need to use one of these spare feet for the aluminum bottom here. I think the adhesive on one of these small feet, which is, by the way, a little annoyance I have about some of the Keycult feet. Every now and then, I built a lot of Keycults, which is, you know, nice to give a good sample, but I've noticed the Keycult feet sometimes, just the shape of it, every now and then you get like a bad foot where the adhesive doesn't stick as well as you'd like. You really just make sure, if you're doing it on the aluminum, you got to make sure to clean the aluminum properly for the adhesive to stick properly too. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm just going to cut this open. Yeah, how'd you guys sleep? Hopefully everyone slept well. Honestly, I am extremely tired today. I did not sleep well. My CPAP mask was bothering the crap out of me last night, so I ended up just like, I got a little flustered and I got up and I was like, what is going on here? Like, I am not enjoying this right now. So that happened for me. I'm just gonna put everything, all the screws and stuff I need over here too.
Love every stream I can watch, although it's not many, so VODs are lovely as well.
Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, dude, Boney, I don't blame you, dude. Honestly, I had to go to bed early to wake up for today. So, I get it. I get the stress of that a little bit. Oh, all right. Let us move some stuff over a little bit more. All right. Yeah, we're good to move that over. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. What are your go-to stabs? Well, right now, Type Plus, Night Stabs, or Cherry Clip-ins. Truly the better stabs I've used, so. You know, let's just do this first. I'll take that out of the baggie later. Alright, let's get to lubing our stabilizers. So we're going to do 4, because we're doing the hot swap PCB, which, by the way, here's the compatibility of the hot swap PCB. There is options. There is options to do, like split right shift, split backspace, stepped in regular caps. There is no spacebar options like we mentioned last time. So, just as a little FYI. Is the scratchiness on the Cherry Nixies better when lubed? Well, you lessen it. You technically make it a little bit more shallow. But I think it's really nice. Can a bad hot swap PCB kill switches? I'm unsure if I cooked on the batch of switches or my PCB is just killing them all. No, because the mechanical switch, you wouldn't be able to fry it with the PCB. It's just 2 pieces of metal contacting. What might have happened, Crisp, which happens to a lot of people and they don't realize it, is, okay, this is a really specific question. Were you lubing behind the leaf? Like in between the leaf of the mechanical switch? So nice. Dan Poe, thank you so much for a prime, man. I appreciate the 29 months of being here, dude. Thank you, dude. Very kind. No, not behind it. Okay. The reason why I had asked that, and maybe this is still the case, or maybe you just have a really bad batch of switches, or maybe there was factory lube that got put there. If you put too much lube in between the leaf, like some people do that to kind of lessen the leaf ping, what could happen, unfortunately, is you create a barrier for the leaps to contact, which means you won't get the mechanical switch to work. But no, you shouldn't be able to fry them. As far as I know, you can't fry them. Let's do like this view. Sure. All right. Some switches double click when you lube the leaf, like Texie. Yeah. They do. They really do. Man, I am not used to streaming this early. Although it is kind of nice. I feel kind of refreshed streaming this early. Can we see the back piece for a second? The NK config doesn't give me that view. Back piece of which one? Like, you want to see the back piece of the cork? I can leave it like, you know what? Let me do this. Let's just move that board up there and I'll just leave this here so you guys can take a look. The orange one? So nice.
Not to bring the vibes down, but I wanted to say thank you Alex and chat for creating such a wholesome place to be. We lost my mom last Friday and it is nice to have a place I can take my mind off of things for a bit. Love you
too,
all.
Bear. Bear, if I could, I'd give you a big old hug right now, bro. That's never easy. I'm glad that this is I'm glad this is a place, dude, that you can hang out and feel like you're feeling safe and take your mind off things, man. That's never easy, bro. Never a thought that wants to cross in anyone's mind, but big old hugs, man. Love you, buddy. You are not bringing the vibes down, by the way, just to reassure you. Thanks for sharing that with us, too. I think talking about it's really important as well, but at everyone's own pace, you know. But my condolences, my friend. I love that they've gone back to the logo on the back. Yeah, it looks really good. All right, I don't really need this right now. Let's clip these. I'm a little scatterbrained this morning. I'm not used to streaming this early, like I said, but hope you guys bear with me. I'm also not as loud and peppy as I am usually in the mornings, but I woke up with the worst allergies this morning. I don't know what it was, but like I was not having it, dude. My nose was like, oh, what's going on here? There's no background music? Oh shit, there's no background music right now? Well, that is my fault. There's supposed to be background music. Let me restart the capture device. There you go. Might be. Your voice is like a warm cup of coffee. Appreciate that, man. Much better? Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't work. Also, guys, I need your opinion. Like, straight up, real opinion. Okay. I was looking at the new Mac Studio, the M4 chip. I'm considering trading in my M1 Max for the M4 Max. There wouldn't really be an upgrade RAM-wise or storage-wise. Like, I don't want to spend the money on the storage. Not that I've ever needed more than 512 gigabytes on my Mac. I don't really do a whole lot of big files that I save directly on the Mac. At this point here, though, I'm reading more and more stats about the processor, like the M1 versus the M4 Max. Constant beeping? No, I hear no constant beeping. Might be something in your background, chicken. The thing is, now that I'm reading more about the M1 versus the M4, they're saying it's about 2.9 times better in some cases, and then I'm reading some like more real reviews and real stats where they're saying the M4 is about 2 times better. And at this point here, like, I'm wondering if it's worth the upgrade. I was all gung-ho about it before. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let me go buy it. But because I haven't upgraded my Mac since the M1. And basically I've had the same system for about 3 years now. Because I think I bought this about 3 years now. The trade-in value they're estimating is about $800, which I think is kind of a ripoff for the trade-in value for the M1. So I'm considering not trading it in and just giving this to my mom or something like that. I don't know. She needs a new one. She's been using she has an all-in-one Mac, but it's like really old. It's like the OG 5K Max. So I'm considering giving this to her. I don't know. Yeah, I know, UgTug. I hate their marketing. Like, I want to see like real stats, but they don't give you good real stats. But I don't know if it's worth spending like another almost $3,000. The Apple trade-in is a waste, to be honest. Yeah, they're terrible for the trading values. I gotta admit, freaking awful. Expect about 1.7 times better performance. So has anyone upgraded from the M1 Max to, I guess, the M1 to the M4 and noticed a huge difference? Like, I don't know if there's any real world cases that we can, you know. Is there a business incentive for you to do it? The biggest thing would be handling the Hasselblad files, because the M1, it handles them great, but in some cases it doesn't work super good. I'm just trying to figure out if I can justify the price, because that would be like one of my only work purchases for the entire year. Big real life difference. Okay, Barry, did you go from a MacBook to a MacBook? But that's good to hear, though. Dude, Will, I know they have a left and right side. They're confusing and they're a little bit frustrating at first. I get you there, bro. Well, I don't feel like my laptops and smartphones have realistically improved or an overall function performance having in a meaningful way over 10 years or maybe more. I don't disagree with that. I actually can very much very much agree. I also feel like my phone feels the exact fucking same, but so I get you there. No, I literally went to bed right afterwards. I was gonna stay up and do a bit more work, which I did on my phone. I was answering emails, but I went to bed. If you're really worried about getting it, or maybe not, just take some more time to really think about it. That's what I'm doing right now, because I was gonna pull the trigger yesterday, and I thought to myself, I'm being honest with you guys, things are not slow per se, but like, I am, not to bring it to this, I'm very concerned about the future. I don't know if like me spending money on the business in a small way is a good choice right now. I would love, if everything was normal right now, I would upgrade and not even mention it to you guys and be like, yeah, I got the new M4 just because I needed something better. But right now it's like, you know, I think what it comes out to, almost $3,000 it's a fair chunk of money. So I gotta really think this through. But your average get shit done laptop, same shit, different year. Oh, sorry, there's a lot like gaming replacement notebooks. Yeah, like gaming stuff's a little different though. FR. The thing is, I don't have doubts that I want to upgrade it, because I do feel like the Hasselblad files are a little bit harder to run. I'm just now, I think my doubt is more the economy. But you know what? I think you're right there. Maybe if I am doubting it, yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. I don't disagree. It's a good point. It's a very fair point. You know, that is fair. Also, it's important to think about how the world stuff might impact the cost of the upgrade in the future. Yeah, there's that too. Which apparently is why the new Mac Studios feel a little bit more expensive. I like getting to throw your own advice back at you. I appreciate that, man. No, for real, I do. It actually helps. Sometimes you don't think about the advice that you give other people, even though you're like, yes, this is smart. Okay, getting some stabs done today. Yeah, I think today I'm going to use like my time in between streams as a little bit of a relax day. All valid points being thrown around, but surely you're the kind of person who would benefit from the marginal gains in a more meaningful way. I was thinking that as well. The biggest thing I was thinking, MPL, is just the transferring of files alone from the not from the camera rather, but just like moving things around the computer and loading up the Hasselblad files sometimes, because they're big files. You know, they're 100 megapixel files. Each file is about 220 megabytes. And sometimes I take 50 shots. And getting those even just open sometimes is like, it takes some time. All upgrades boil down to case and workflow improvements. Yeah. Tim, wait, I just hit my monitor. Tim, is it not 7:30 in the morning for you? Hey, yo, Tim Streamless? Damn. Brother, I wake up at 6 every day? Wow. Tim is an adult. Holy. You know, Tim, I always forget, though, that we have like a 3-hour difference. So sometimes when I see you stay up late, I'm like, damn, Tim's brave. But then I realize you're not actually staying up that late. But good morning, Tim. How are you doing? Tim stole my LED X. What the fuck, Tim? That's crazy. Did I tell you guys I accidentally shot Tim yesterday? I got scared. I'm kind of jumpy with that game. I don't know why. I think I told you guys. It was before the other stream I shot Tim. But I didn't kill him, thank goodness. Maybe we could discuss about it when you're available. Oh, yes, Gallo. I have to still message you. Yeah, I need to talk to you about that. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. Sadly, it doesn't matter when I go to sleep. Dude, same here. My wake up time, no matter what, like I have a default wake up time, unless I tell myself I can sleep in, at 8 a.m. in the morning. So usually my normal is anywhere between 6:30 and 8. Lately though, because I've been staying up a little bit more late to get some work done, it's been 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is sleeping in for you? I guess because I go to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning, but I find the weird thing is if I get more than 8 hours or 6 hours of sleep, I feel like trash. But then if I get less than 6 hours, like anywhere between 5 and 6 hours, I feel like great. But yeah, anything more and I feel like trash, dude. You toy. Oh, God, I can feel my nose is so plugged. Low-key, I love waking up at the same time. Every day. As I get older, I like the morning more and more. I love the mornings. I've always loved the mornings. Toronto has been very gloomy. Like, it's been kind of like gray, overcast skies, and I fucking hate waking up to that shit. But, dude, the days that we get sunlight, and then you're just making coffee, and there's nice sun pouring into the house, and you're just like, wow, this is amazing. It's great. But then you get days where it's gloomy and you go to look outside a window and you're just like, this is fucking trash. But yeah, it's a hit and miss thing, I guess. I don't like overcast weather. It makes me really sad. Morning sun is really good for your body to wake up to. We haven't been getting a lot of it here in Toronto. Like, dude, last year, hear me out. Last year, I think, was the worst when it comes to gray skies here in Toronto. Dude, I swear to God, every day we woke up. Obviously, there was some days with sun, but for the majority, I feel like last year had to be one of the least amount of sun I've ever seen. Last year, and I think maybe the little bit the year before. But I felt so down because of how gloomy it was last year. But it's crazy how much sun really affects you. I remember even as a kid, like the sun would affect my energy and my just wanting to do things. But there are certain days where the rain feels really good. Like you can smell the rain. I love those days. But that's kind of few and far between when you're in the city. Yeah, I've been doing that, Ugtug. Got that vitamin D supplement. Berbert. Oh my God. Thank you, dude, for 10 months. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Hopefully everything's well for you, my friend. We got a 70 wire as well. I live in Scotland and Sad Lamp does wonders. Yeah, I have one of those on order right now. I found one for like $20. So I gotta get that done. Gotta get mine set up. Someone here mentioned it. I had already been looking into it and I was like, yeah, I need one of these. Alex, your stab ranking list made me try the night stabs and I'm never looking back. Thank you for all the work you do for the community. Dude, I am just happy to hear that those lists and like things help you guys. That's all I ever do those for. Like I just want you guys to enjoy some information and some knowledge that I have. I appreciate that, man. I've been getting a lot of really kind words about some of the lists I've made and articles. Thank you guys. The articles are something I just do out of passion. I like writing and I like making website stuff. I have since I was a little kid. I've always loved dabbling with like websites and HTML and CSS and all that other jazz. So it's cool making those things for you guys and you guys actually using them. It's really weird, and I don't mean to lessen my streaming and YouTube and stuff like that, but the website stuff is actually the stuff that makes me most excited about doing content creation, because I truly feel like even before photography and before like keyboards and stuff, I've always been interested in website stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of cool having people like actually view my website, you know, like it's a space that I made. It's always an interesting feeling. Have I ever built an app? No, I don't have that kind of knowledge, unfortunately. Your ASCII F review can just make it join the GB. Got my order in black top. Oh, you're gonna love it. Plus, I think supporting Frank is a really cool thing too. Frank's a really good guy. Oh, I want these allergies to go away. I didn't take an allergy pill just because I feel like I can beat it, you know. Where do I host it? I I think my current host is SiteGround, but honestly, I'm gonna move off of them. They go down. Like, I get random notices that they go down here and there, and I'm just not into. I hate having to do stuff with that. But otherwise, they've been good. They've been okay. I've been seeing a few folks moving off social media and back to blogs/sites, like in the keyboard hobby. Honestly, good. Blogs and sites are way more personal and low key. I also feel like I don't mean to bite the hand that feeds in a way, but I feel like Twitch and YouTube and all these other platforms that, you know, monetize and give back to creators, like, you really, unless you're really big on YouTube, or I mean, size matters obviously in this case. I know it's funny to say that out loud, but your social presence matters. But you know, it's kind of sometimes you get shafted by these companies. You get told that you're going to be making X amount, but then they want half of the things for doing advertising, and it doesn't really work sometimes. I think using social media to supplement your own things is really smart. Curation is important too. Social media is too much sometimes. Yeah, I agree. Nice tabs are great, but recently the Designer Studio's adaptive tabs have become my new favorite. Adaptive tabs. I have heard of those. I can't recall. Did I use those? You like that, Tekka? I thought you guys would get a good laugh. Should I order some adaptive stabs today? Gantio Keys, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Good morning to you. Ooh, maybe I will take an allergy pill today. Kubiko, thank you so much for the
Hey,
prime.
Alex. I can't always catch the stream, but just
dude,
know
no
I
worries.
always enjoy watching the VODs when I can. Appreciate you, Lurch.
And I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. This is the Tim Keyless trick that I learned from Tim. It's one of two things I learned on his stream. Why do your arms look so goddamn good? My arms? Oh, dude, I'm skinny. I actually, I went from, I've always been kind of thin, but I went from, I mean, this is just a byproduct of it, I guess, but when I gained all the weight, I was actually really like, yes, my arms look like more filled out and I'm not like self-conscious about it. But then when I lost all the weight again, like when I, you know, decided to eat a little bit better and do a little bit of exercising, like the weight went away and I'm just like, my arms look skinny again. Not that it's a bad thing at all, but I don't know. I don't want to do weight training and stuff like that. Like it's stuff that it doesn't really interest me at all. But yeah, I've always wanted to, you know, sometimes you get a little self-conscious about all that stuff. Oh, thank you, Big Boss. Appreciate it, man. Let's do this. Let's get these clipped in, and then we'll get the switches all seated and stuff. Bony Tony, please. I got a dad bod going on. I'm not even a dad. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I had a bit of a gut, but it was really just from eating and not moving around at all. So, what happened to Boys Speak Channel? Boys Speak Channel. I'm confused by that one. My buddy convinced me to go to the gym, and it was rough starting out, but now I can't imagine not going. Mentally and physically, it changed my life. Yeah, and you know what too, Marky? I don't know what was it your friends kind of just like egging you on to go? But for me, dude, every time I go, and I'm mainly going alone, I just can't, like I can't get into it. I do feel good. Like, I'm blessed that my parents gave me a rower that they had bought way back when, and I still have it. So I have a rower at, like, here. We don't have a lot of space in the place that we live in, so we have a little area where we set that up. I haven't really used it much. I plan on using it all the time, but you know, life comes up and stuff happens. But it's weird. I don't know. There's just other things I'd rather be doing. I guess community is important for gym. I just haven't found that sense of it yet, I guess. Let me tune the stabs first. Oh, gosh. My allergies today. Have you considered, funny enough, have you considered an allergy appointment? I had a patch just on my back, which was rough at first, but they still let me take antihistamines. After he showed me my sensitivities, he set me up on an app that shows which shampoos, lotions are safe. What? That sounds sick. I need to schedule one of those. I'm pretty sure my stuff is like, because I think my dad has like hay fever and stuff, so I think I have the same thing. Glossy PCB is just moi. Yeah, it is. It is quite nice. Very pretty. All right, next up. I love this sticker that Skull gave us. Boys speak on my Discord. Design. I don't think we ever had something that was called Boys Speak. I'm looking in the legacy channels right now too. There's nothing like that. Never mind. Getting confused then? It's all good. Ignore. You're all good, bro. Alright, let's get our switches. We're gonna put them here, there. I love the Keycult product. Yeah, I don't know how many people are planning on getting this, but I hope if you guys do, you end up loving it. Actually, like I said, let me tune this first. How often do I change sheets? I think we aim for about once a week. Sometimes once every week and a half. Have you tried Akko Rosewoods? No, I have not used Akko switches and purchased Akko stuff in quite some time, honestly. So the answer there is unfortunately not as right now. I change every Thursday for like 10 years in a row. Dude, honestly, changing your sheets is so important. I'm glad that you do that. The top accent pieces are fun. I like them. At first I was skeptical, I'm not gonna lie. But they actually look pretty good on the board once you put them in and get it all set up. I just changed mine last night and I slept so good. Oh, dude, there's nothing better than fresh sheets. There's nothing better in this world than having fresh, cozy sheets. Actually, sorry. Fresh, cozy sheets that are right out of the dryer. Albeit, that's kind of rare for me because I feel like we never have like the warm sheets. By the time we set it all up and, you know, actually make the bed and stuff, it's kind of normal temperature. But dude, warm sheets kind of slap, dude. Alexotos smiles and smooches, real scrub. Oh my gosh. Kendrick Lamar or Drake? I am on Kendrick right now, dude. Kendrick, I like his stuff. Drake, for me, Drake, like I liked when he first came out, but not that I actively listen to much music from Drake, but I've been to one Kendrick Lamar concert. That was fun. Way back when. Another thing that would help is running the sanitize cycle in your dryer for the sheets. I think we do that. I can't remember what buttons we press now. Basically, my job with sheets is I bring them all down and I put them in there, and then my girlfriend, she clicks all the buttons. I've only clicked the buttons like 3 times. She has a specific way she likes to set it. But I'm the one who drags all the stuff down. Raze, thank you so much for the prime.
An early stream? I must be dreaming.
You're not dreaming. We're here. We're live. Do you want me to use HHKB layout? Honestly, I don't really like when keyless is on my Mac, so I wasn't gonna do it. But if you guys want, I can do Win keyless today. Do you guys want to do Win keyless? HHKB? Oh, but I already put the stabilizer in there. All right, you know what? Screw it. We'll do HHKB. We'll do HHKB. I think I'm just doing these two, right? Or not doing those two. We'll do that. Does every household own a dryer in Canada? Huh. No. Some you have to make like if you're looking for like condos and stuff like that, you have to get a condo or an apartment that would have that. That's maybe more of a new thing that all of them have it now. I feel like most people prefer in-house condo slash dryers or washer slash dryers. But if you're looking at something that's maybe a bit older or just, on purpose really small, then no, you're not getting one. Which is something that, even when we were at our last place, one of the big things I said was, I don't want to be dragging clothes back and forth. So for me, having a dryer and washer stack was really important. When I lived in New York and didn't have a washer's dryer and unit, it was a nightmare. So much work getting laundry done. Yeah, I agree. Oh, this is supposed to be a spacebar switch. Leave that one there to the side. It's too much, like dragging shit back and forth. Which coffee's better in Canada, Starbucks or Tim Hortons? Starbucks. I don't really go to any of those anymore. I think Starbucks is way too expensive. But you would never catch me drinking Tim Hortons these days. I just don't really care for them as a business. Their shit sucks now, man. I love the smell when my blanket comes out of a dryer. Oh, dude, same here. Same here, dude. What a nice treat to wake up to. Early stream. Thanks, Alex. Anytime, dude. Can you do a keyboard to send to Nigeria? I've never shipped there, but I'm sure I could. I've shipped to some pretty interesting places for people. Speaking of expensive, I remember going to Dubai last December. I can't stress enough how water and coffee were just expensive for me. So what would be the conversion to like Canadian or US dollars? Have I touched Monster Hunter Wilds? Dude, yesterday. So when I was playing with Tim, I also booted up Steam. Because again, I was like, "Hey Tim, let's do a quick little run. And then I'm going to go like work and stuff." So I booted up Steam just to see what was on Steam too. Holy shit, dude. There was like, I don't have many people on my Steam list. I think I have like 25. But I think like 19 of the 25 people were playing Monster Hunter. I have never seen my friends list like that ever on Steam. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't interested too much in the last time I played Monster Hunter. Like, I really didn't like it. For whatever reason. I have no clue. But... Plus, I also don't... Like, I want to start saving some money to buy gear again for the office. And there's some other things I want to upgrade. And I don't think I want to spend like $100 right now on a game. I already had Escape from Tarkov, which was great. So I didn't have to spend more money on that. And I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. Playing Monster Hunter is more beginner friendly now. Maybe that's why I didn't like it the last time. Alex, don't do it. It's $89.99 plus 13%. Yeah, isn't it like 111 or something like that? Ad, or something. It's like, what is it? Not 111. It's like 101 or something like that. It's pretty expensive. $101, 104. Yeah, something like that. Wild. We're playing PvE, so we don't have to run into cheaters. Although I don't think I'd ever play PvP at this point. I think I'm over it. I don't think I want to play against other people. I just like doing my own thing with friends. That's it. I was on the fence with Monster Hunter Wilds during the beta, but playing the full game has actually been pretty fun. Maybe I'll treat myself later this year or something. We'll see. Except when Alex shoots Tim, that's PvP. I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Cheaters ruined Tarkov? I mean, that's why I quit for such a long time. I was in love with the game, and then I got killed by a cheater. And I said, well, I'm over this game now. And I stopped playing for a long time. Good. We're done this. So, let me grab the gaskets, and then I need to go figure out where I left the rest of those little like top little clamp thingies. The what are they called there? Oh gosh, I can't remember now. I'll find it here in a moment. Probably left in one of the boxes. I'm pretty cracked at Tarkov. I don't know. I don't feel like I really am. By the way, if you guys are wondering, we're putting on the little gasket tabs here. Mavis, how you doing? What's up, Alex? How you doing, Abel? How you doing, man? Okay. Yeah, thanks for bearing with me, guys. I'm still in my wake up mode here, so make sure I'm not missing anything important here. Okay. Built a keep for $1,300 3 or 4 years ago, and the bottom right control didn't work. Rather than fix it, I boxed it up and haven't thought about it since. Trying to fix it now and never even soldered before though. Was it soldered? I mean, alternatively, mom, do if you want. I'm maybe a bit of self promo here, but if you're really just not interested in fixing it and you're just like not confident, you could always. I mean, I'm always open to do repairs and stuff like that. Depending on the gravity of the situation. But, you can send it to someone. Usually those type of services don't cost crazy amounts of money. Might be a bit more convenient. I'm not too sure. It's up to you. Well, we can make this an HHKB. Okay, give me one moment while I find the rest of the things here. One sec, guys. I left it in the box. I did. You're an HHKB hater? That's fair. That's fine. No judgment. Alright, so let's install the daughter board first. So nice.
Been paying for
Misfire.
keyboard content for 4 years. Good lord, brother, happy anniversary.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. I do appreciate all the support you've given all these years as well. Helps us run this channel sometimes. Things have gotten a little pricey. Alright, let's do my screwdriver, and then let's also grab the right screws for this, which is these ones. It is this guy and this guy. So nice. Nord, thank you so much for continuing your sub, man. I appreciate it, dude. It was left alone in a big mall for too long. My money, it's gone. What happened, Sickvic? Random question. Will there be another Mode Alex collab? Bummed I missed out on the Sonnet. I think we want to do a small batch of reruns on the Sonnet. Like a very small batch with some changes. So it's going to kind of be a new collab. I don't know when we're going to do that, though. Maybe not for a while. There's also the Manta with Bowl that I'm doing. If you're interested in a not Mode collab. So there's also that. And then alternatively, if you don't care for any of those things, I have some other interesting things I'm working on during the year. Keyboard related mainly. Some not so much keyboard related, but desk related. So you can keep your eye out for that too. Okay. Let's get this. And then what bits do I need for this? How is the stock mode on modes, or stock lube on mode switches? They're okay in my opinion. Some people tell me that they love the stock lubricant on it. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's a little thin for my liking. But to each their own. Alright. Let's do the logos this way this time. I will say the metal, the aluminum here, is a lot more of a secure feeling, I guess. Desk related? Bent desk collab? No, I have some other stuff I'm thinking of. Oh, let's put all these down first. I'll do them opposite ways this time. So two this way and two this way. Although I think, if memory serves... Actually, let me see something quick. I need the HHKB bars, right? Alex is making a desk unbender. I am developing a machine to unbend desks. That is what I mean by I'm making desk-related content, okay? A desk tuner, yes, if you will. It will be the ultimate in desk accessories. A desk flattener. Is the curves on the bottom of the manta inspired by the bent things in your room? That is fucked up, dude. That is crazy, bro. Okay, little quick thing with this. I probably recommend putting these on before you screw in things here. But I'm gonna be brave and I'm just gonna try to do it here and see. Basically, these just, you know what, I'll do this. Let me unscrew it all. Let's do it properly. These are little supports for the HHKB part and stuff like that. Let's just do like this. So these would get pressed into the PCB. And you just kind of got to twist them in. Mike was showing me while I was at the NK office. They're a little tough sometimes, but you just got to twist them in a little bit. Oops, I just dropped one of the gaskets there. Screw with confidence? A little bit. Well, actually, in this case here, you probably don't want to screw them in too hard. But they're a little awkward to get in, though. Just heard from the doctor, kid is doing better. Perfect, man. That makes me really happy to hear. Actually, let's do this. Let's probably grab a pair of tweezers and just do it like this instead. Yeah, tweezers makes this really easy, and they should just sit right through where the screws are. Tweezers made this a really easy job. Maybe just use tweezers. Almost got this one here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Pull the plug. Oh, sorry, you mean pull the plug on the board. Yeah, the board's really nice. I think you really enjoy it. All right, got those in. Let's put these back. Oh, remove this first. Thinking about going for a whole wine build with an emerald green case with a cork bottom. Oh, dude, that sounds super cool. I am here for that, dude. That sounds super neat. I like the sound of that. I came in a bit late, but the Quark PC version already built. Curious how it sounds. I can show you here in a moment, but the Quark PC version sounded really good. If you want to go through a bunch of the different things I did, it should be up on my Twitch VODs, like on Twitch here, if you go to like the past videos. But you could kind of skip around towards the end of those, and I did a bunch of different bottoms with the plateless build. Mind you, I did do it plateless with a solder PCB. that may throw off how it's going to sound with a normal plate. So, Brandon, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate the very kind words, dude. Gold bottom, silver top, rose accents. Ooh, I don't have any coupons. No, I think we did away with coupons a long time ago, and we just ran more sales, which makes a lot more sense instead of having to force people to go find coupons. I think that's what Mike's ideology was. Compliment for 6th? Dude, you know who's always looking handsome? You, 6th. Alright? And you're never 6th in my book. You're always 1st. I hope you're having a great day. We love you here. And know that partly the reason why I'm smiling is because you, okay? Have a good one, okay? Do you like the PC top version? I do, but I think I prefer the look of the aluminum in this particular case. I don't know why. We'll see how this sounds too. We'll see how it sounds. I like the idea of community coupons, but I definitely get the idea of sales over coupons. So, my issue with coupons personally is sometimes you kind of have to go for a coupon hunt. And I hate doing that personally. Holy smokes, that was the best Alexotos compliment ever. You think so? Huge compliment? I have to get back in the version of myself where I was doing the absolute most insane compliments. Can you do the bottom accent for top accent and vice versa? What do you mean by that? Sorry. Also, the reason why I'm not, just a quick little thing. Oops, I just flipped this over and I had stuff to screw in. You're supposed to screw in the bottoms. The reason I am not screwing them in is so I can cycle through all of them for you guys with having to disassemble the keyboard. But you're supposed to screw in, there's 8 screws in most of these except for the cork. The cork is magnetic. But just so you guys know, the reason why I'm not doing it is so I can cycle through the bottom pieces and show you guys. Okay? So if you guys are doing this, know that that's the step before you put in the plate. You have to screw those in. Just as a little FYI. Top accent won't fit on the bottom. Oh, you're saying to flip. No, I don't think you can actually do that. Unlubed MX2A Browns? Doesn't Geon sell those? I thought. Would screwed in versus unscrewed affect sound? I don't really think so in this case, because it's not, like, this isn't impacting the case at all. Like, the reason, okay, what I mean by that is, if the PCB combo was sitting in between, like if it was being clamped by the top and the bottom, so this part, I would say yes, it might actually matter. But since it's not, like it's screwing into the bottom piece over here, it shouldn't matter at all. It shouldn't affect any sound signature. Hell, it might even sound better if you kind of lock it into place so there's no weird rattling and vibrations. But again, since this is kind of isolated on its own, you shouldn't hear any noticeable differences. And I did test the screwed ones while I was in Novelty's headquarters, and they sounded really good, so... I didn't get laid off, Poggers. Some other schmuck with 1 month less than you already did. Oh gosh. I'm glad you're okay, Crash. Oh, it's a good feeling to not get laid off. Big W's in chat. Big W's. Alright, so we're done doing this. Let's put all these things away in there. Downside is it gotta work. Yeah, it could be a perceivable downside, but let's flip that into a positive, yeah? Alright. I'm thinking the polycarb accents with this. Oh, that does look slick with the polycarb. Ooh! Hold on. Where'd I put the other accent piece? Still in the box? What the fuck did I do with it? Excuse me. Oh, or is it supposed to just be... I guess it's just supposed to be the bottom, right? Is it supposed to be the bottom? Ow. Where did I move all the accent pieces anyways? One sec while I find them all. I got laid off last year and it's not fun. The American job market is trash, to be honest. Yeah, actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but technically I got laid off too. So I feel you guys there. It was a terrible feeling. Like, absolute shitty feeling. When I was working my last job, I got technically laid off. One sec, guys, while I find this. I don't remember where I stuck it now. Just notice your mouse has changed? Yeah, I got sick of the other one. I was, like, legitimately just over it. Could not deal with it anymore. I got them. Okay, wait, I really, really like this. So, I guess just to quickly show you guys this again, in case you want a quick sound signature of the... But that was the polycarb plateless. Now let's do this one. Little tip here too. This will actually throw off the sound signature if you don't properly put this cable in place here. So kind of just tuck it into place properly. I found it just doing this kind of helps. Okay. Ooh, the silver and cork looks fantastic. And then I'm gonna move a nice, what's it called? The GMK CYZX set over. The polycarbonate looks so good as the accent pieces here. I really think that looks insanely sharp. Yeah, we can test it with and without the mat too. Again, if you want to go through all the sound signatures from the other board from yesterday, I encourage you to go watch the stream from yesterday. Just because I don't think I'm going to go through all of them again, but X-Ray would look super hot on this too, yeah. Can you stream 8 hours a day so I can listen to your voice at work? It makes my day so much happier. You want me to? Is that the new thing? We're going to be getting into long-term streaming? I'll just be yapping on stream. That is not where these pieces go. Jeez, what did I just do? That's what the Alex VOD channel is for. Honestly, big true. That is a big true moment. Hearing Alex's voice in Tarkov calms me in a fight in my life. Dude, I'm actually crouching behind everyone else being like, what are you guys doing? You guys good? Everyone okay? Did I leave the stab okay? I think I did. We can tune it up if we need to. I'm debating this or the silver agar. This is really enticing with the polycarb accents on silver. I'm not sure how I feel about switching to the HHKB layout with the agar. I don't remember how that looks on that particular board, but this is really pretty looking. We'll see how this sounds too. I might switch the spacebar switch here. We'll see. I'm gonna put the keycaps on first before I jump to conclusions here. This looks super good though. I don't love my agar, if that helps you decide. I have one we're going to be building next week. You should try the ZX colored caps with a beige white set. Oh, that does sound really good. That is such a good idea. That is a really good idea. Is Keycult coming out with another 65 soon? I don't think they are. I think there's the Keycult, the new Keycult TKL. I don't know when that's coming out. Mike's shown that off on stream, I think. But I don't think there's anything in terms of like a new 65. Your GMK ZX is, or ZX ZX is showing up today. Weren't they responsible for redesigning NK65? Oh, honestly, I could not answer that, Soren. I have no knowledge on that. Alex, do you know if there are any possible configs that are already out? Wait, sorry, what do you mean? Do you know if all the possible configs are already out? Yes, but I think there's supposed to be brass parts. I think Mike said that's coming out soon. Actually, you know what? Let me actually see. Maybe we can get Mike on for like a few minutes at the end to answer some of your guys' questions too, if he's up for it. Let me just build this board first though. Mike said brass bottom later on, but not this batch. Yeah, he did say later. I just don't know all the time frames and stuff. Okay. We just make sure everything's seated okay here. Okay, let's move this board out of the way. Make sure I did the spacebar okay. Feels a little bit wonky right now. Should be fine. It needs a little bit of lube on the right side. How much does this weigh with the Quark in PC? We can find out afterwards. Just give me a moment and I'll do that with you. I just want to retune this a little bit. I tuned this really light, so. I'm heading out. My girlfriend needs some soup. Have a lovely day. FIFA, that's very kind of you. Enjoy your day with your girlfriend and having soup.
Alexotos amazing.
Thank you very much, Super Me Gusta. I appreciate that for 52 months. All right, so here's the board with the aluminum and Quark bottom. Now, we really liked this in plateless config. We thought this was really, really good with plateless config with the polycarb top. There's the board again. Those edges, they have some nice faceting on the sides. Very cool. The Quark bottom, I would say, is a very, very... It's a cute look, I'd say. I love the mix of the polycarb accents here. I think this is super sharp looking. Look at that. Like, that is definitely unique. If I had to pick one of the accents for any of the aluminum tops, I think I'd probably go with the polycarbonate. I think that would be my go-to choice for this. And they're magnetic, so you can just swap them out if you have a bunch of different colors too, which is cool. What do you think is better, black or dark gold? I'm not really a gold person, so I'd go with black. Gold's not my thing. So the alphas already sound really good on this. So this is milky yellows with an aluminum plate hot swap PCB. Quark bottom on this guy. I love the alphas. Hold on, let me just make sure it's all seated properly here at the bottom and it's not poking out weird. Okay, we're good. I think I maybe prefer the feeling. Because this is actually way stiffer compared to the plateless. I loved the feeling of the plateless one. I'm going to swap the switch. I feel like maybe my switch here isn't very good. 1 second. I feel like it's scratchy when it shouldn't be. 1 second, guys. Oh, the milky yellows lock in there sometimes. Yeah, maybe I'll use an Obscura. That's a really good call, actually. Let me see what I got. Or maybe I'll use something else. Let's try one of these switches. We're going to try all the materials. I don't love the spacebar on this config. I much preferred the spacebar on this config here. Maybe it's because the spacebar has a little bit more room to kind of bounce. If you kind of like a bit of a sharper spacebar, maybe this is the config for you. But I'm going to try one more switch, see if I can change the way this sounds a little bit. Discord already just came through? Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I hate when it does that. I don't know why it delays it for so long sometimes. I'm going to try W1 switch. W1s are also insane spacebars too. Can you switch out the accents piece to see if it changes the spacebar? Like take it out completely? We can't. Actually, it'd be interesting to see if that does change anything there too. Using an aluminum versus. It does sound a lot better actually with this. Let's try a different bottom though. Maybe I need something with a bit more oomph for the bottom here.
Yo, 2-year anniversary of Mr. Toe's viewing.
Seafoam, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Oh, dude, this is a hot combo too. Okay, so far I think I preferred the plateless. I think that's my preferred combo right now because of the feeling of the keyboard. So, okay, interesting thing about this though. I almost feel like this isn't changing at all in sound profile. Let me go back to the milky yellow, depending on the bottom we're using. I almost feel like you can get away with probably using any bottom that you want. Let's also try Nixie. Yeah. Silicone. You think silicone sounds better? Maybe a bit more full. Maybe has a bit more density to it. We'll see. Nah, I don't like the cherry switch in here. I do not like that at all. Let's go back to the gate run milky yellow. Try l'orange. Nah. How do you mod your W1s? I just put a little bit of lube. That's it. You don't need a whole lot. And the W1s sound amazing. Oh my god, this is just tight in there. And let's do the spacebar. Actually, you know what else I want to see? My spacebar is a little bit funky right now. Smoothing. No, we're good. Same spacebar. Sorry, I was on a call. Did you use the aluminum bottom? No, we haven't done that yet. We haven't got to that point yet. We're just trying different things right now, seeing which config I like the best. Let me see something. I'm actually curious to see if maybe this is just not seated correctly. I feel like something's not seating proper here. 1 second, everybody. Actually, not this, but this. Do you have those blue-green switches? Oh, yes, they're in my drawer. I could go get those too. We could try playing around with some stuff. Need a good way to get this off right now. PC bar's kind of sick. Make sure I also screwed everything in properly too. We could try that. Could be fun to try. Oh, this is not coming out nice. What is going on? The magnet's too strong. One second, everybody. Make sure everything's seated proper. The PC bars are really sick. Hold on, I feel like the space bar is not seated properly for whatever reason. 1 second. Did the wire get unclipped by any weird particular chance? No, we look good. We look good. I think we're fine. I'm loving Ghost Dragons for spacebars right now. Dude, yeah, SWK switches make good spacebars. In general, I think. All good. Brand that sells ISO distribution. Help. ISO distribution? I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Make sure all these are nicely screwed in. Oh, maybe I just didn't screw it in enough. Maybe I was a little too cautious screwing these in. Maybe I didn't screw them in enough. Okay, maybe that's on me. On lunch break and randomly stumbled upon your stream? Dude. Nice to see you here. Yeah, maybe I just didn't screw it in enough. Yeah, okay, maybe that's on me. Not with confidence? I guess not, no. No confidence on my part. Let me just make sure everything's still good. Did I accidentally push anything up while I did that? Alex doesn't support split shift ISO enter? No, this does not. Okay, much better. Much better. Sorry for the delay there, guys. But I actually do want to swap the spacebar to be a little bit more cozy sounding. Let me go back to the W1 because I think that was really nice. I'm dying to see my order say shipped. Hopefully soon. Much better. Okay, that was my bad. I guess I didn't screw them in enough. I got a little cautious because of the polycarbonate one that we did the first time. Might be. So with the aluminum one, feel free and screw them in all the way. It does sound really good with the silicone. Not like... Okay, so the silicone was actually the worst sounding one on the polycarbonate one. Let's go back to cork for a second. Yeah, so the silicone sounds pretty damn good on this. We'll go through them all again in more detail. I'm just going to quickly swap back and forth. Damn, I like the cork a little bit more. Okay, it's very close. Cork on the desk. Actually, pretty good with the... This is nicer on the desk with the aluminum. Really? I like the spacebar. We can try a different one. I think it sounds quite nice with this, but we can try a different spacebar switch if you guys want to. We'll go through a few, and then let's try the aluminum bottom. Okay. Cork is definitely sharper. Silicone absorbs all the negative sounds and deflects the deeper ones, yeah. Now, the aluminum was the best sounding one on the other one, but I'm curious how this is going to sound on this guy. I think still the best. Yeah, I think the aluminum bottom sounds the absolute best here. Like, that sounds really good. Dude, me too. For some reason, I thought on the aluminum one, the cork would sound the best. And I thought the aluminum would sound the worst. But I actually prefer the aluminum bottom. Yeah, the aluminum sounds really good. Let me try a different spacebar here too. Yeah, like even the mods sound really full with the aluminum. Ah, damn. I was way off of when I thought this was going to sound like. I'm kind of bummed. Well, not bummed, but I'm kind of like shocked that I didn't get that right. Oh well. Bye, Jopo. Take care. Let's put our milky yellow back in there. I don't know if I like the W1 switch more or just the standard milky yellow for this. I don't know. I feel like I like the W1 switch ever slightly more. I kind of like the oomph that comes out of it. I need to tune the right side a little bit more on the space bar, but let's go back to the cork for a second. Again, I'm kind of shocked that the cork isn't my favorite right now. Yeah, there's something the aluminum has. I guess it's because this does have a bit of weight to it. Like, this is a solid piece of aluminum here, so it is kind of heavy. So maybe just the weight alone is giving us enough density, maybe, to kind of really make this shine on its own. And again, here is the other build that we did. We'll kind of show you guys this as well. Feeling-wise, I love the plateless. The plateless is my... Oh, there's a bag underneath here. The plateless is my absolute favorite one so far. Like, if you wanted something a bit louder, I'd say probably this is your go-to then. You know what I think the move would be for this? I think getting a solder PCB, getting a plate, just to have in case you want it, or hell, even just getting a hot swap. I feel like you'd still get away with doing a plateless hot swap on this. I think going with the PC top might be the move. Or actually, sorry, not the PC top, sorry, the plateless build might be the move. And then just kind of designing around going solder plateless or plateless. And then having a key, just having something as a backup there. But no, that does sound really good. I think both configs sounded good. This is a bit more sharp. Perhaps if it had a piece of brass on the bottom or something like that, you could get a bit more of like a deeper sound from it. You can kind of hear a little bit of the aluminum sound from the alphas. But my goodness, the plateless build, perfect. So nice. Actually, let's go back to the silicone. Was silicone my least favorite for the aluminum build? I'm not even sure. Let me see. I don't know if this was my least favorite. Nah, I'd say second favorite. I like it more than the cork. I really need to tune that spacebar better. I like it better than the cork. The cork is my least favorite on the aluminum one. What did you guys think? What was your guys' favorite? I don't know. The plateless feels really good. I do prefer the plateless build. Oh, yeah, Lego. Let me go find those switches. Honestly, they might be buried in my drawer. But let me go see. Let me go see if I can find those switches for you. How do I flip cameras again? I like the plateless sound. Yeah, the plateless sound was nice. It's nice and full. Oh god, I have way too many switches in here. You know what, Lego? I hate to do this. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna look for them right now, but I will show everyone the plate rake that you gave us. But yeah, I have way too many switches in my drawer right now. The audacity for this man to go live and not tell me explicitly, my bad, dude. Will you try no bottom in a cork mat? Okay. No, it sounds like trash. You need something there. Why would you ever go no bottom anyways? You need to put a bottom on this. Let me comb your chest hair with that. All 4 pieces? Damn. Okay. Well, that's pretty much the stream. The look of this is unmatched. I think what I would probably do is I would swap this to be a plateless build. I love the blockers on this, actually. You know what? Maybe I was hesitant about the HHKB. With the polycarb, this looks insane. But yeah, I think I would go plateless on this. If this was like, if I had to build something right now from scratch, like I would basically transplant this into this one and then go from there. Bezels are so nice. Yeah. Sounds completely different today. Yesterday was cork aluminum and silicone. However, today is aluminum plateless silicone cork. Clearly, I'm losing it. So I think my preference would be exactly what's in this combination right now. Aluminum, bottom. I think I would probably end up going for the polycarbonate top. I'm not sure if I'd go HHKB or not. And then plateless build. I think like this spacebar is identical to my preferences. How hard is it to disassemble? I mean, if you're going to swap bottoms a lot and properly screw them in, yes, it'd be a tedious build. If you're going cork, very easy because it's magnetic. But overall, I wouldn't say it's not dissatisfying. There's just a lot of screws. So you may get a little flustered from having to tinker around with all those screws. This, a bit more sharp. I'd say the spacebar is a bit more mellow, like it's not quite as bright. It definitely leans to be in the it has a bit of an echo to it, I'd say, with the plate. But maybe a plastic plate on this would be super cool as well. Maybe a plastic plate would be super neat. My coworker looks exactly like you and he hates that he thinks it's true. Oh, really? Can we get a full weight of the full aluminum build? Yeah, let me go find my scale for you guys. If I even know where I put that, who knows? Scale. Where did I put the scale? Okay, I still don't know where I put it. I didn't end up looking for it yesterday. Maybe I won't be able to measure it for you guys today, but... Oh, the other thing too, this is a very high front height. Just so everyone's aware, because we did discuss it yesterday, this is like 22 and a half, I think we measured. If you don't like things that are above 20 mil, perhaps this is a pass. 22 and a half is higher than I normally personally like. My sweet spot, like the highest I'm usually willing to kind of settle on my everyday boards, are 20, 21-ish. But not something that's completely unusable. Still I've been using it all night to type on and morning. So it's not like I couldn't type on it, but just in terms of being upfront with you guys about those things. Yeah, I don't know where my scale is. I'm going to try finding it and then I'll just put it in Discord for you guys. I don't know where I put my scale. I don't see it anywhere. Alright though, guys. That's pretty much the stream for now. Just a quick little stream to assemble the board. I don't know what you guys thought, but you guys let me know. The plate rake? Lego gave it to me. I think he 3D printed this. I'm not too sure though. ELH Customs or something? Let's go find someone to raid. Let's go see who is streaming right now. Let's go raid the ducks. Let's go do some morning ducks, I guess. Dash ducks. Oh, need to plug in my keyboard. Oh, I'll just use this one here. /raid dash ducks. All right, everybody. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in as usual here. I will talk to everyone later tonight. Hopefully this helped in decision making for the Keycult Zero. Love you guys and bye-bye, everybody. See you later. Talk to you soon. No NASA raid? Oh, I don't know. Was I supposed to? Bye, everybody. See ya.